Hello everybody, PlanetWalls here, back for another Masques draft, doubling up on these because they're so much fun. Everyone else loves Cube, of course, but I would like to pay attention to Mercadian Masques, which is quite like a fine Shiraz, I'd say. You might taste it, it might bite your tongue a little bit more than you expect, might go down a little smooth, might not. Might bring a little tear to your eyes, you struggle to swallow it. Okay, so maybe it's not like a fine Shiraz, so much as a crappy Shiraz. It's hard to say. So we're sitting in this queue, and I am going to wait here for this draft to fire, and I will see you in a moment. And we're back right now. Draft isn't quite about to fire, it's just like 30 seconds later, but I thought to say a couple things. You've probably already watched the first draft, which by this point you probably suspect did not go so well since, you saw it with your own eyes, heard it with your own ears. This draft, I'm not going to be taking so many $2 uncommons or commons. I'm either going to take things that are much more valuable, or I'm going to try and make a more playable deck, which is still hard in this format, admittedly. So we will be drafting for money, because I'm pretty sure that's why this format exists online in this particular collated booster way. But as the wine metaphor that I drew a moment ago, which I'm not sure applies, there'll be plenty of fine tidbits hopefully to pick up here and there on accident, not requiring that I go out of my way, building an unplayable deck in order to find the choice morsels floating in, what did I say, the fine Shiraz that is Masques block draft? Well, I'm not sure what I mean when I say the choice morsels floating in the wine. I guess it implies that Mercadian Masques is essentially an open wine bottle with its cork broken, floating partially in several pieces, like severed icebergs from Greenland's mainland, inside the bottle. And we're off on that note. Cool, and what's this? What we really need to be sure we do, where is card? Here we go. Let's bring this window, let's blow it up. Let's look what we've got here. This guy we saw was a little bit powerful last time. This thing is probably the only one of them we would see, but it's not horrible. Target creature or player, so this turns a land into a Timmy, worth looking at. There's Land Grant, which is a good card. This is a conditional removal spell. This ramps, I guess. This is a bad storage land, if I recall. What is this? When this guy enters the battlefield, tap all other creatures? Wow, that's... Am I missing something? I don't think I am. I actually think I might want to take this barbed field. Why does this guy exist? Tap all other creatures. So you definitely get through for one. Or if you then cast a Parallax Dimension on him, you get through for extra. I guess you can bounce it. There are a lot of bounce cards, so you can keep doing this to get through. I don't know, that seems bad. There's also Land Grant, which isn't phenomenal here. I'm going to take this Pinger because I think that might be good in this format. I could be wrong. It also solidifies red. Spur Grappler guy is okay, though. This card, we made fun of this art last draft. This guy seems fine to me. Paulo Parente art, classic. This guy is also fine. Which one is better? I'm actually not sure. What else do we have, though? We've got an Island Walker. We've got a 1/3 flyer, which kind of works as a wall, I guess. This is unexciting. We could go the Rebel route. Try that. I think I want to stay in the color I have right now before going this way. Could be wrong about that. I think I want the... God, this is like a Namba with the cards I'm looking at. I think I want the haste guy, actually. I think it's potentially really good. Being able to haste out. I could be wrong about this. Then there's this guy that we drafted last time that I thought might be like obscene as a 4/3 fear. I actually think that might still be the case. But I want to stick on color. So I'm definitely going to take one of these too. I don't know, maybe +2/+0 and First Strike is just really good. Maybe we can pick up that wall that gives things haste. So I'm working on that assumption, which I'm not sure is right. Lunge is a good removal spell. Collective Unconscious. Draw a card for each creature you control. So that's like Regal Force, but it's unfortunately not a dude. Let's see how much a foil collective unconscious is worth. Come on, little guy. Let's see it. I think I'm doing something wrong on our search, which is sad. We should look at everything else here. Target player discards a card, activate this ability only time you can cast a sorcery. That's actually not horrible. This guy is actually pretty good. 2/2 Flying Vigilance. What is this? Crenulated Wall. I don't know. Playing against that would make me sad. Excavation. Sacrifice land, draw a card. Any player may activate this? I don't think so. When this guy becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2. So that guy's actually pretty obscene too, but I want to stay in one color. I don't think this is worth anything, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and go with Lunge. Hang on. Let's see what it was worth. Alright, so here we are. We've got this thing that kills lands really slowly by letting you lose your own. This crappy mercenary. This thing, which I guess could kill somebody, maybe. I remember this card in paper when I was a kid. It doesn't seem extraordinary, to be honest. This guy is kind of mediocre, too. This is probably one of the better auras, I guess. And then out of these, I might actually... Do I go down the mercenary route here? Sadly. Look at this guy. This is honestly one of my favorite bad arts in Magic. I really want to take it. This thing's hard to burn off, though. Maybe I go white. I'm tempted. We're doing it. We're going to try Rebels as opposed to whatever alternative. What is this? Okay, so that's like that guy that has to tap to do it later. 4/2 Trample Haste seems fine. Badger Beast. I'm really tempted. It's a 3/3 for 5, huh? Snid Zone. Deadly Insect is pretty unexciting in this format. Rhystic Cave. Oh, now there's a land you don't see in Commander very much for some reason. Now what is this? So this is like a bad removal spell, I guess. I actually think this is okay. It's a conditional bad removal spell. I think I'm going to take this Goblin. And this guy sucks. Target player. That's not how you win games. This sucks too. We're going with the Angelic Favor. Everything sucks. Oh god, we lost to that last time. But I think this is more irritating to play against. Basically the way I draft decks in this format is when I'm looking at the cards, I think, how irritating would it be to play against this? And that probably means it's better. Discard a card, target creature can't block this turn. I feel like the guy that doesn't require I discard is, you know, more consistently playable. But this card we saw was sure as hell scary last time. Maybe it'll lap, though. It lapped last time, and I got it, like, bummered to me, almost. I'm taking the Crossbow Infantry. Non-artifact creatures get +2/+2 as long as they all share a color. That's right, all of them. Yours and theirs. Here's this thing that I was hoping would come around. And I think it's better than this Grey Ogre that destroys walls. Other option, Orm's Cure is a fair combat trick. Prevents damage. What is this? Pretty unexciting. I'm going with this wall. We're doing it. This is a bad combat trick, which was used against us last time. Silverglade Elemental is actually really good, I think. It's a big body for this format. I might take it as opposed to this bad combat trick, I think. I don't know. It's so hard to find enough playables in this format. Splashing a guy that finds you another forest seems pretty mediocre, but maybe just splashing a 4/4 is good. We aren't seeing any Rebels, except for this group of Emerald City defenders. Yeah, we're going with this. We'll pass the giant 4/4. Mistake? Maybe. Yeah. This guy isn't so stellar. Again, this is a removal spell. Is this ever going to happen? I hope it happens. Probably won't happen at the beginning. This is just so bad. I can't figure out why this exists. I guess I'll take this because it's a removal spell, kind of. We'll remember it's there, but I won't be happy about it. How much is Spore Frog? That might be worth something. Collective Unconscious Foil is worth 20 cents, so... Wait, was it? I kind of want to check again. Spore Frog I don't think is worth enough to warrant it, but this guy is actually really irritating and playable. This is an aura that has you kill artifacts. Doesn't seem very strong. This is phenomenal art. It's pretty astounding. I'm not sure what I want out of this garbage remaining pack. Whatever's left here. I guess the thing that we can kind of play. Do we want to take this rare? It's kind of fun. Rather than Flash has flying or a 1/1 where you can kill lands. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take this silly rare. I hope we don't have to play that. It's not... I mean, this is unplayable, but I kind of want one. Here we take the card as opposed to the non-card. I mean, our deck looks terrible, but they all do. We have a bunch of 1/3s in an aggressive deck. Makes sense. So I want some flyers. Right now this is sort of defensive. I guess we hope to win by pinging them out with Barbed Field. We've got a removal spell, which is good, and this is Combat Trick, which is playable. This probably won't get in there, but I want to remember it's there. Hang on, let me take a sip of my drink. What did I decide over here? Did I ever search this? I actually don't think I ever searched for things because I think the recording software is acting strangely with it. Oh, we got a Harvest Mage for our bummer card. That's humorous. Let's hide that. Alright, Overburden. Whenever a player puts a non-token creature on the battlefield, that player returns a land he or she controls to owner's hand. Oh god, that's irritating. Whenever this becomes blocked, prevent all combat damage it would deal. Okay. This thing can't block. This so far is looking pretty stellar. There's also this 3/3 flying that has to keep returning to your hand. I guess that means it's almost got vigilance in the late game, which is kind of funny. I actually think this card's actually pretty nuts. Sometimes. Let's see, 1/3 that untaps a lot of the time, I guess. I think what we do here is we go for either the lunge. Whoa, what is that? Why did that just happen? Yeah, we'll quit that. We're going to be going with a lunge or this 4/3, and I think I'd rather take another lunge. Does that mean that Skype took that long to figure out it needed to turn on? Destroy target blocking creature at end of combat. How good is this card? It's a mercenary. If an opponent controls a mountain, you control plains. It's like a fog for your guys. Storage counter. This guy we saw be good last game. This guy's also good. It's a little cheaper. Out of those... Ooh, we have a removal spell here in black. So looks like black is coming in from the other side. Do we want to ditch white for black? I mean, there's some okay red cards here too. Like maybe picking the Silent Assassin now is the right play. Or picking the Sever Soul. Like this guy is actually really big. I think I'm going to go with this big guy. We can stay kind of on the white plan. I guess. I don't know. Okay, this guy's nuts. He obviously demands a heavy commitment to red. There's also, what is this, Root Cage? Mercenaries don't untap? Yep. Need to find some way to deal with the mercenary problem. This card is actually nuts. It's like, lets all your guys get through in a format where creature stalls are common. Diving Griffin is totally cool too, but this guy can just kill their whole board, I think. So now we're going to try and fill in this lower part of the curve. What was I looking at? Collective Unconscious, foil? Yeah, 76 cents. Not super exciting. yeah, so the last draft we did was a little less impressive than I hope this one will turn out. And as I said, I won't be taking as many worth $2 cards. I'm going to try and take stuff that's relevant. Like this Chris Mage. What is this, though? Caustic Wasps. This is like a bad Trigon Predator. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that thing. So this is like... what is it? The gray ogre that flies. Something Rock of Care Keep. But they might get to put an artifact into play for free, which isn't that big of a deal in a format like this. This is an important card in this format. I do wonder if like just having a 3/3 flying for 4 is also really good, and maybe I should take it. It's a solid power toughness for a flyer, and I'm not too worried about enchantments and artifacts. Most of them are bad. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. The Chris Mage is consistent. Wow. Blessed Wind. Prophecy. Yep. I hopefully won't have to play that. Flame Rift. This card is playable in 100-card singleton, that's for sure. This is not horrible. Thwart is probably worth nothing. 50 cents. What is this? Any player may pay 1 if you pay 1. If no one does, you prevent stuff. Oh god. That just makes the game horrible. I'm just taking the crappy... I mean, this guy's ability is relevant. It means if they block it, it gets to get blocked, essentially, by whoever it wants with respect to toughness. Okay, so this is another bruiser. God, look at the art on this. Man. Here's a 3/3 trample for 5. I'd rather have the 4/4. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going that route. All these other cards are just boring. Human Spellshaper Warrior. That's terrible. We're going with this lovely beast, and we've officially topped off our curve now. What was I looking up? Thwart? Kind of want to look up Spore Frog. 12 cents. Glad I didn't take it. Look at these packs. Sweet. Would you buy these in real life? I would. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. We need to fill in this lower part of the curve, like with this 1/1 that can't block. This turns a target non-creature artifact into an artifact creature. Yeah. If you control no untapped lands, you gain 2 life. Doesn't seem good. Here's a free combat trick that's kind of bad. Would I prefer a 1/1 flyer that can't block? I don't think so. I don't think I would prefer that. Prevent the next 1 damage to be dealt to target. Maybe this is okay. Doesn't seem good, I'll tell you that. To keep a land untapped to do that, it's not exciting, but everything else here sucks too. Yeah, we're going with a white bad combat trick, which I'm hiding. Oh, cool, this gentleman again. Even though we're playing heavy red, I'll tell you who's not getting in our deck. Yeah, because I always want my creatures to go to my opponents. That card is probably difficult to deal with. Wow, look at the art on this. It's like every flying creature in Magic. Twice the number of creatures with flying that player controls. Not so exciting. Wow, that's unpleasant. I take it that this wall is the best card we have here, but we have like no Rebel Engine to gain anything from having control of the game. So we'll take this, and we won't play it. Probably. I actually might want to play that as a combat trick. This is pretty unexciting. God, everything has such high toughness. Makes me so sad. And this guy has a big cloak with big sleeves. We took the combat trick, which I could see getting in there. This is the fog for your guys, and you can do it if they have a mountain. What is this? Oh, it's this land again. Yeah, it's so slow. It doesn't work when you use it. It seems bad to me. I'm going to hate this card. And I think I'm going to take this, because this is kind of strong sometimes. We talked about it earlier. I really need to fill in some dude slots. The art on this always grossed me out as a kid. Actually, now I realize that the eagle is not attached to the air blast. Well, I'll talk about it in a second. I'll probably just take the card so I can keep talking about it. No, I'll have to take that. Next time I see one, I'll talk about it. Wow, which of these? I guess this. Yeah, okay. It's better than Nectar of Life or whatever that Portal version was. Okay, so 10 dudes. 3 of them are in the 5-drop slot. We got this virtual dude that's really just a bad removal spell. It's a Prazen Bailiff. Cool. Let's see what this does. Exile all artifact and enchantment cards from all graveyards. Interesting. When it leaves the battlefield, return them all to their owner's hand. Thanks, Ron Spencer, for illustrating this. I guess the person on the right is the Bailiff, though the person on the left looks bigger. Merfolk sure are shocking with respect to their strength. I guess they're all muscle and sinew. What is this? Cool. There's no other Nautilus. Look, it's like attacking that woman in her naughty pillows region. Nautilus Beast. They really need to add Beast like it's the Nautilus's profession. Okay, Puffer Extract. Target creature gets this giant thing destroyed at the beginning of next end step. Oh, you control. I could see that being playable, I guess. That's sad. All of this is sad. Maybe I just take this Rebel, because I can find this Rebel with it. Next combat phase skipped. Got another crossbow infantry, which is unexciting. I actually think this guy's better than another crossbow infantry. This is big. This creature, that 4/4, that guy, it's unpleasant. Oh god, this card. I had one of these in paper too. It was depressing. You can read it. I kept it up there long enough for you to read it. I could take another 5-drop, which I don't want to. I had a combo deck with this when I was a kid. Whenever you cast a creature spell, it deals 1 damage to target player. Yep. This guy is getting in there, especially now that we have this Remosian Lieutenant. We need to... What is this? Maggot Therapy. I remember this. Actual removal spell. I have to worry about that. But it won't be getting on my Nightwind Glider. Robber Fly. Oh, this is cool. Is this guy a mercenary insect? No. Whenever he becomes blocked, defending player discards all the cards in her hand and draws that many cards. So whenever he becomes blocked... So this is like the card Shocker. But it's the opposite, kind of. It's worse. When does this guy become blocked? It's a 3/3 flying for 1. Or it's a 1/1 flying for 3. That's bad. I'm getting cut off from red. There's a Blastoderm. This card is nuts in this format, actually. I guess when I say nuts, I mean that there's also Divining Witch. This guy is awesome. He Demonic Consultations. Let's see if he's worth anything. Divining Witch. He's worth $1.47. Well, that's probably not good enough to make him worth taking, but Troubled Healer is sure irritating to play against. Should we play it? God, I hope not. I'd actually rather hate draft a Seal of Doom and maybe even consider splashing it than play this awful, awful card. Nope, we have to play it. This is playable, and it makes me sad that it is. Here's a protection from black guy. I played this in my white-black Pestilence deck when I was a kid. It's really sad now that I think about it. So I guess that's free for playing against black, and we have a Plains out. This card is depressing, I guess, to play against. What is this? Gives a guy protection from a color. So this is like instant speed, maybe a counter spell, or maybe removal of some kind. There's also this thing if we want more 3-drop creatures, which we do not. I might just want to take this because it can be searched up, I guess, as opposed to this. I don't know. I don't really want to be playing a ton of like cards that can result in card disadvantage if my opponent bounces them. I'm definitely not super impressed with this though right now. So we'll go ahead and take this. Ether Barrier is terrible, by the way. It's dealt to you instead, so protection your creatures at the cost of your life total for free sometimes. Okay. Another Grey Ogre, or we could take a green Squadron Hawk that doesn't have flying. There's this guy. This guy's lifelink. He's fine. I might actually take him. This card is kind of stressful to play against sometimes. There's also Seal of Fire, which is totally relevant. Our creature base is still crappy, but we're definitely going to take this. Get in there. Lawbringer. We're probably going to take that. There's this big elephant again that we lost to in the last draft. There's this. Huh? Mana fixing. Mm-hmm. Can you believe it? Yeah, get in there, Lawbringer. More 3-drops. Ooh, do we want another Mountain Walk 3-drop that's 0 power? Or about how about this 3-drop? Wow, that's really bad. Foster. Do we just take this rare? What does this do? Whenever a creature you control dies, you may pay 1 if you do reveal cards in the top until you reveal a creature. Put it in your hand and the rest in... Oh, God. This card is super scary to play against. I'm actually just going to hate draft this. Don't want to give my opponent's guys, let my opponent have his guys get reach and stuff. Look at the art on this. This is wonderful. It's really funny. Look at... What if that's what the Rocky Mountains look like? Actually, it's more like what the Appalachians look like. A bunch of phalluses with broken off dickheads. Okay, so this tutors for anything in your deck that is a mercenary. Think about that for a minute. There's this guy again, bad aura, this woman who's pointing at something sharp. All these cards are terrible. I think I have to take this even though it's just bad. Okay, Blaster Mage, if we're low on 3-drops, I think we might need that. Obviously, we're not low on 3-drops. All these people are enjoying a nice meal in the early 90s, actually. You can tell because they're all dressed like the characters from Seinfeld would dress. Well, this is Kramer over here on the right. I can't click on him, but over here, that's Jerry Seinfeld at a formal place. I don't know. They're out to dinner. I'm going to hate draft this. But that's Elaine, and that's Dolores, or whoever Jerry's dating. There's no Jason Alexander in this. I guess he's the guy with the shepherd guy. Yeah, this card makes me sad. There's the Spore Frog. What is the shoving match? Oh, so I guess like blue might be able to tap all my guys down and just win. All these cards make me sad. I'm taking this horrible rare. Out of here, this is playable. I don't care. We're taking the Divining Witch. And yeah, sure, you win. Give me another 3-drop. I'm gonna hate draft this. Keep my opponent from Squadron hawking me out. So I guess it was like really important that I ended up with this 1-2 and that 1-2. This guy sure isn't gonna get in there. Could I make better decisions? I think so. I think the deck is actually a little top heavy, and the curve is going to be horrible when I have things like this that I want to play. Wow, this card is so bad. Oh yeah, this guy. Cool. He's the lowest priority 3-drop. By the way, I did actually start drafting. I tried to draft Saga and record it about a week ago. I guess more like 5 days ago. I don't know. And I did it on the new client, and I actually skipped my first turn on accident. And I made a couple of other mistakes due to like misrecognition with the client. I actually think the client overall looks better, the new beta client. But the problem, I actually think that the problems with it, here I am, I've had a little too much Jameson. Excuse me. I think that the problems of it are mostly style right now. And by that I mean, I actually think that some of the color, the ways that the colors are organized on the page, on the monitor are a problem. I have a lot of trouble telling when it's my turn, when it's my opponent's. I understand how to tell the difference, but it's not very intuitive to me at all. I know this doesn't sound very important coming from someone who just talked about how they had too much Jameson. I take it that's how people say it. These guys are maybes. Yeah, Grey Ogre that has something that it does. Count Dooku's going to do something. Panic Attack might get in there. This, no. Yeah. Boom. Shaka Blam. Tell you what this is going on. Plains. I think it might actually be good. So we only need white in the early game, which is silly. That's probably not going in there. Yeah, more 3-drops, more 3-drops. Get in there. Oh god, Troubled Healer is such a mess. It's a removal spell. This is a funny thing. That's not very good. Oh, so we're out of playables. Oh, there's Charm Peddler. Can't forget him. He's actually good. So is this just what our deck looks like? Sure looks better than the last one. I guess, like, not all these are horrible. I guess we're playing like almost like a control list. We want to live till this point in the game, and then we beat down with 4/4s, I guess. Panic Attack can allow our 1-power creatures to get through. I guess we got big guys. This seems playable. It's certainly better than Spiritual Asylum and Mystic Circle. Is it better than Fanatical Devotion? Maybe. Is this card good? No, probably not. This is terrible. Kieran Glider, Latula's Orders. None of these seem very good, especially this thing. That's not exciting. Flowstone Walls is 0/6. I could see that being relevant, and maybe wishing I could bring that in. Troubled Healer is insane. Just look at this card. Makes both players really sad whenever anybody plays it. There's also this, which gives the game some form of inevitability, I guess. Oh, they're just people talking outside the window. Can't do anything about that. Sorry. Oh, now they're yelling. Oof. Cool. So at most we'll only ever need probably like 2... Well, I guess there's this. We're going to heavily favor red, because that's going to be our main win con, even though white has most of our early drops. So I think it's going to be 9 and 8 or 10 and 7, and I'm not sure about which. I'm inclined actually to go 10 and 7 because we only need 1 white, really. Maybe 2 for some of these abilities, or for using Charm Peddler the same turn as we do something else. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go 10-7 based on the fact that there's a lot going on up here, and the red, I don't know, maybe that really calls for a 9-8. I just want to be able to kill a bunch of stuff with Flowstone Overseer. It says 10 and 7. Should I listen? 9 and 8 seems safer. We're doing that. I could add an Aristic Cave. God, I can. Wow. See you in round 1.